There's genealogy records and family stories and photographs that you've been collecting. Well, what happens if your computer dies? Well, let's make sure they're safe forever. In this video, I'm showing you how I back up my genealogy research so you can too. Hey there, I'm Lisa Lisson with Are You My Cousin? And I'm a genealogy expert who has been helping people find their ancestors for 15 years. On this YouTube channel, I'm sharing my best strategies, tips, and tools to uncover your family history, build a healthy family tree, but not be overwhelmed in the process. So if that sounds like a cup of tea, you're in the right place. All right, now let me start with telling you about a moment that, well, really still makes me a little uneasy to think about. And that is when my laptop, my fairly new laptop, died on me. I went to open up my laptop, the hinges had broken, and therefore my computer was no longer functioning. And I had that moment of, oh my gosh, what have I lost on my computer? What important files, what important pieces of my genealogy research have I lost? Now that was the first thing that hit me, but after taking a deep breath, in reality, I really hadn't lost much of anything when it came to my genealogy research. A couple files that were easy for me to reproduce, but the reason it was okay is because I regularly back up my genealogy research. I use a variety of ways, and so I wanted to share this experience with you so that you don't have those moments of, oh my gosh, I've lost all my family photos. I've lost my genealogy research. I want to make sure that you are safeguarding your genealogy research as well. So is it okay just to back things up on your hard drive, your computer hard drive? Now the cause of my laptop issue was actually a mechanical issue, but a breaking of a laptop, of the physical laptop itself, or a failure of a hard drive, really, those are not the only things that can cause us to lose our data and to lose our research. You know, accidental deletions happen all the time. Maybe you clean out a folder, you're doing a little organizing on your hard drive, and you don't realize that you've actually deleted something that, well, is actually crucial to your genealogy research. Software glitches happen. And of course, there are natural disasters that happen. A flood, a fire, hurricanes that come through. These may sound extreme, but they happen. And let's not forget about outdated formats. CDs, DVDs, and even some USB drives can become unreadable as technology has evolved over the years. And that's why having a solid backup plan is really a non-negotiable for me. So today I'm going to walk you through the steps that I take to back up my genealogy research and keep it safe no matter what happens. Now, for most of us, genealogy research and family history is not just a hobby. It represents decades of effort that we have poured into seeking out and interpreting documents and stories and family photographs. Without a proper backup plan, all of that work could disappear in an instant. As genealogists, we do face unique risks when it comes to backing up our research, because our files aren't just those documents that we mentioned. They're digital records of photographs, research notes, source citations, and even metadata that tell the story behind our discoveries. A single mistake or an external factor like a fire, theft, flood could wipe out years of our hard work. Imagine saving everything to a CD 10 years ago, only to find that your current devices today can't read it. Because the reality is our work is vulnerable to evolving technologies. And so we have to take steps to protect it. Now, the backbone of backing up my genealogy research and keeping it safe is actually the 3-2-1 system that I use. This is not really a new concept, that it's been around for a lot of years, but it is pretty much a standard one that many of us, and it has worked well for me over the years, especially given, technology has evolved over time. So I continue to use the 3-2-1 backup system. The 3 means you need to have 3 copies of your data. It could be your working copy and your 2 backup copies. And that's exactly what I have. So I have a working copy of my genealogy research, and then I also have 2 backups. Now the 2 means 2 different types of media. So what this might mean is I back it up in 2 different ways. For me, the 2 types of media would be 1, my external hard drive. So this is what I would back up to during my monthly backups. I back up to my external hard drive. I think this is the Lacey brand. I'll link it in the description below. It's easy, it's portable, and it's pretty rugged. It goes with me everywhere I go. So this is a great way to go. I also use cloud storage as well, because face it, this is a great little tool, right? I use this, but something could happen to it. So I also have the other format way that I back up would be into cloud storage. So I have 3 copies, a working copy, 2 backups. Those 2 backups include the external hard drive as well as cloud storage. Now, the 1 stands for 1 copy stored off-site. So that would be, in the old days, I would have backed it all up on a USB drive and given that to somebody else, which I actually have done as well. But you can also consider your cloud storage as well. When you're backing it up, it's fine if I have my working copy on my laptop, I have one of my backups on an external hard drive, but heaven forbid something happened and these are in my backpack and my backpack gets lost or stolen. Well, then I would have lost everything, right? So therefore, by having it in the cloud storage, it is off-site. It's not in my home. It's not on my hard drive. And then I can recover what I need. So 3, 2, 1. It's a pretty simple system. It's worked well for me over the years, and it's one I could have used and will continue to use in the future. Now, if you enjoy learning about all things genealogy related, be sure and hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. I post videos weekly of actionable genealogy tips to help you find your ancestors. All right, let's talk a little bit more about the local backup options that you have when it comes to safeguarding your research. We mentioned one just a moment ago, the external hard drive that I shared with you. It is my go-to option that I mentioned, but you have a couple other options as well that you could do. Now, you can use a USB flash drive for backup. They are small, they're portable, they're really good for quick backups, but I don't think they should be your only solution. If for nothing else, because they are small and so portable, I actually have lost those USB thumb drives before. So I actually prefer the larger external hard drives. I think they serve me a little bit better. Now, if you have backed up in the past on CDs and DVDs like I used to, if you have done that in the past and you haven't updated since then, it is time to upgrade your technology. Okay, move to those external hard drives or flash drives and move into cloud storage. Now let's talk a little bit about cloud storage. Now, when it comes to backing up my research offsite, I use cloud storage. And I have several reasons for doing that. I don't have to worry about things such as theft or natural disasters or just the hardware failure of my laptop or my computer. And there are many options out there when it comes to cloud storage for your genealogy research, but really anything else in life that you need to back up in the cloud. Popular ones are going to be things like Dropbox, Backblaze, iDrive are all excellent choices. I personally use Google Drive. It's affordable, it's easy to use, but to be honest, each cloud storage product that you look at is going to have pros and cons to it. So I would encourage you to look at that and just see what meets your needs best. Google Drive meets my needs. It is easy to use. I do purchase a little extra storage space through them, but that has been my backup system of choice and it has worked well for me. To make cloud backups easier, I actually automate my cloud backups. Google Drive will automatically sync my documents, my photos, as soon as I upload them. So I really never have to think about it, and what's easier than that, right? So we need to talk for a moment about your family tree. When I talk with individuals, oftentimes they will tell me that the only place that they have their actual family tree is on one of the major genealogy databases. And that's fine. You know, we're talking Ancestry.com, we're talking Find My Past, MyHeritage, Family Search. That's fine. And I have trees at all of those. But a genealogy website is not my backup solution, and it should not be yours either, because your family tree is then at the mercy of their servers and their business policies. So what I do is I regularly download my family tree and other data that I have on those sites. I create the GEDCOM file, I download it, I back it up in the cloud and on my external hard drive, and I'm good to go. Everything's safe, and I've still got my family tree on the websites that I can work from, but I'm not worried about if something happens and they go away tomorrow that I've lost everything. And it's easy to do. So we're over here on Ancestry.com. This is a sample tree that I have that I use over there at times to demonstrate things. So what I wanted to show you was how to actually download your family tree file information from Ancestry so that then you can back it up and put it on, say, an external hard drive or back it up in the cloud somewhere. So let me show you how you do that. You can come into your pedigree tree here. You're going to go over to these 3 dots right here, and you're going to open up this side panel, and you're going to go into this tree settings. Now, once you're in tree settings, this is really easy. You're going to come all the way over here to manage your tree, and it's going to give you a prompt to export your family tree. In fact, mine doesn't say that because I actually already did it, but it'll give you a button. It will say export your family tree. You click on it, and then it will generate your family tree. And when it's ready, it will give you the download your GEDCOM file. Super easy to do. Once it has created this button for download your GEDCOM file, you can actually then download that file. You can download it to your external hard drive, or you can put it into your cloud storage as well. Your family tree over here at MyHeritage, it's very easy as well to download a family tree file, your GEDCOM file. It does come in a GEDCOM format. And simply all you have to do is to hover over family tree from your home page and come down to manage trees. You click on manage trees and it gives you the trees that you have. Here is the sample tree that I tend to use for demo purposes. What you're going to do at this point is you see all your actions that you can do over here. You can export to a GEDCOM and you simply click on that. It'll ask you what you want to include, so personal photos, family tree, export all other photo albums, whatever you want to choose to export, and then click begin your export. Depending on how large your file is, it could take a while to actually do. It could take several minutes, but once it is ready, you receive an email in your inbox with a link to view it. All right, so here's the email that I received that my GEDCOM file from MyHeritage was ready. They created it and I can download it. It tells me to download it. So at this point, I can download it directly to an external hard drive, or I can download it to, say, back to a cloud storage place. So this is super easy to do. So I want to talk about one of the most common mistakes that I see when it comes to backing up your genealogy research. And it is one that I have absolutely made myself on more than one occasion. And that is failing to back it up regularly. I would do it for a few months and then I would forget to back up. So I've solved that problem, guys. It's super easy to solve. It just takes a few minutes and then you're ready. On your calendar, whether you use a paper calendar or whether you use, say, like I do, I use a Google Calendar as my main calendar, you can go in and set up a recurring task to show up on that day that says back up your genealogy research. And so when I did that, that solved the problem because I live by my calendar. I open my calendar up and it says, oh, today's genealogy research backup day. It takes a few minutes. Everything's good to go. So yeah, I absolutely would encourage you to do that. And again, if you don't use a digital calendar, but you want a paper calendar, just write it the first of each month, right on there. Back up my genealogy research externally. So it's a super easy problem to avoid, but it's one that I think many of us do. Now, I have created a video previously on how to set up a calendar alert on your Google Calendar. And so I will actually link that in the description below so that you might want to take a look at that after this video if you're not familiar with how to do that. All right, guys, our family history research is irreplaceable. I want you to protect it, I want you to safeguard it, and I want you to pass it on because I want to do all of these things as well. Now learn more about maintaining a healthy family tree in the video on your screen now.